Hey neighbor, Coach RJ here. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm a hard worker. I work my butt off in the gym, but when it comes to the kitchen, I'm lazy. So today I'm gonna show you the laziest way, but tastiest way to make egg whites. Now when it comes to eating, I wanna make it as simple as possible, and I try to eat the same foods for my first meals, and this is a staple of my diet. In fact, this was what actually, prior to an air fryer, I actually hated egg whites. Like, they were just impossible to cook. They did not taste good. They were super soggy. But now, because of the air fryer, it's so much easier to eat, and I actually enjoy it. So the first thing, I got one of these convection. Don't even know what it's called, but prior to the air fryer, I never used it. And so I actually stand here and wait and eye it up, and I put it on this P button, which is like hot, but even hotter. Okay, so I gotta wait until this gets hot enough so that I can put a teaspoon of coconut oil. Now you have to put some type of oil underneath the egg white because otherwise it's going to stick to the pan. All right, so it's starting to smoke. That's the sign, see that? Lazy. And then I anchor it down to 7. You see that, how it's smoking, but not burning, okay? So we've covered it up. Boom, that's number 1. Now, I grab my egg whites, the best and one of the most highest qualities of protein out there that you can get. So this is a fresh one. I do 1 cup, okay? So 1 cup is 200 grams. That's about 20 grams of protein. I fill it right to the rim. Okay, so it's still smoking, and it has to be smoking, otherwise the egg whites are going to stick. Hear that sizzle? Hear that grind? Amazing, okay? So there's my 200 grams of egg whites. Now, what you have to do is you have to let it solidify, okay? So right now you can see it's liquid on the top, and at the bottom you can see the membrane starting to form together. What you want to look for is it to be a solid white before you add anything to it. And I'm gonna make this healthy because I love salads, and any way I can get more vegetables in me, I do the vegetables for the health, the egg whites I do for the protein, so I do that for the gains. And we're also gonna be making turkey bacon. And I know turkey bacon isn't probably the best and most healthy thing for you, but when you're focused on just toning the body, I'm creating a balance, right? So this is probably high sodium, probably not the best type of meat for you, but it's very high in protein, easy to cook, and accessible. And that's what it comes down to. It's this, or you can go eat a pizza, right? So I balance it out with the spinach. And I got spinach here, and what I do is I just mix in spinach with the kale salad, because if you do the kale salad by itself in those packages, it gets really expensive, okay? So you wanna mix in another green in there. So I like to put cayenne pepper. I actually put cayenne pepper in my protein shakes, and it's a thermoregulator, meaning that it's gonna raise your metabolism. So it's like having a fat burner in your food, okay? Now I take the spinach, and you can't put a lot, because otherwise it's just gonna get too messy and you're not gonna be able to fold the egg whites. So this is just a base. You see that little bubble? I like that, right? So we could pop that bubble, and I put it right down the center. The reason why I do it in the center is once it gets all cooked up, and again, you have to make sure that the bottom is solid before you even touch it, because otherwise it's gonna be a runny mess. So right now this is actually looking decent, and the way I tell is I look on the edges, and a lot of times I'll just kind of move it around, and if it's able to move, then you're able to flip it, and that means that we can cook it faster. So I just get this underneath, and a bigger spatula is like the go-to. I've tried the little spatulas and they don't work. So with this, all you gotta do is fold it over. A lot of times I'll put jalapenos in here, hot peppers, but that's perfect, right? So now you just shut it off. But usually I'll batch cook, so I'll cook about 5 of these, and then I'll use 1 for my current lunch. And if you know anything about me, I don't eat breakfast until afternoon. Okay, so the eggs, they're ready, okay? Now it's just easy. We grab the turkey bacon. Now when it comes to the air fryer, I like to put the turkey bacon on the bottom because The most important thing for me is the eggs are crispy, okay? And because of the eggs being crispy, I don't have the need to eat bread, right? Usually you have eggs with bread. For me, I would rather save those carbs for a nice big bowl of ice cream, right? Or something else, so, you know, some nibs, something, right? So I just put on 4. 4 is what I usually do for one sitting. Boom, 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 very low calories. That's 70 calories for 2, so that's 140 calories. Then the egg whites, so they're all ready. Look at that, it's perfectly, right? It's on there. The fat in the oil is about 100 calories, and then the egg whites themselves are 45 calories, so not 100 calories. This whole meal is under 400 calories, right? So you put it on the air fryer like that. And again, the one that's on the top is the one that's gonna cook the most. And I like my eggs to be the crispiest, and the turkey bacon, it doesn't take long to cook the turkey bacon, but it does take longer to cook the egg whites. So I'm gonna set it for about, I think 14 minutes should be good. The nice thing about the Pampered Chef Air Fryer is that I could always go and look. The key is I'm okay to overcook the eggs to make them really crispy, but that turkey bacon, if you overcook it, you're pretty much eating charcoal, okay? So you wanna be able to come back and look at it, and you'll see that it'll curl and crisp. So let's come back in about 7 minutes and we'll see where we're at. We are back, everybody. Here we go, I got my handy dandy. So actually, this is turning out quite good. This is probably for your liking. Honestly, I think that this is what people would mostly like. I like it a little bit crispier. So we're actually gonna ride out these last couple minutes. I don't wanna let all that air out, but yeah, we're gonna leave it. Okay, we'll do a couple more minutes. Again, you wanna monitor these last 2 minutes because it is looking like it's getting in an accelerated cooking mode. So I wanna make sure that I don't burn it, okay? We'll be back in 2. Hey, hey, hey. All right, this is pretty much ready, okay? Honestly, this is the way that you're gonna like it. This is the way I'm gonna like it. Cancel it up, let it get its last little bit of heat there. Look at that turkey bacon. Oh my goodness, the juices are still in it. Look at that, perfect, perfect turkey bacon every time. Look at these eggs. Oh, roasted, okay? Roasted. So, put this out here. Crispy, okay? Now let's do a crisp test. Look at, hear that? That right? Oh, that's solid. That's like an egg, like a fresh egg. Look at that, you can cut it. And it's crispy. Look at that, still juicy on the inside. You got your greens in the middle. To me, that's the perfect breakfast right there. Simple, easy to do. I could have been doing work in between. For a lazy man in the kitchen, this is the perfect meal for you. So go and get yourself a Pampered Chef Air Fryer, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on the next episode.